So my grandmother had this ring. Not flashy, not huge, just an old cushion-cut stone in a setting my grandfather had made for her in 1962. When she passed, she left it to my brother. Not to me, not to our cousin. To him. Because he was the oldest and because that is how she wanted it, and I made my peace with that a long time ago. Fast forward 8 years. My brother is 34, he has been dating his girlfriend for 3 years, and last spring he proposes. Everyone cries. She holds her hand out and says, "I cannot believe I get to wear your grandmother's ring," and my mother actually gasps. It was a lovely moment. I was happy for them. Except I had seen that ring 6 weeks earlier, sitting in a padded envelope on my brother's kitchen counter, addressed to a buyer in another state. I did not say anything at the time. I assumed he was getting it cleaned, or appraised, or insured. Then a month later he asked me, very casually, whether I knew a jeweler who could quote him on a replacement stone. Cubic zirconia. Same dimensions. Something that would sit in an old setting without looking new. He had sold the diamond. He had put $19,000 into a business venture with a friend from college that had gone sideways, and instead of telling anyone, he pulled the stone, sold it, and dropped a piece of lab glass into my grandmother's setting. And then he got down on one knee and told a woman she was wearing a family heirloom. I gave him 4 months. I told him, privately, that he needed to tell her before the wedding, that I was not going to be the one to do it, and that I would give him every chance to handle it himself. He agreed. He said he would. He said he just needed the right moment. The right moment never came. What came instead was a dress fitting, a venue deposit, and his fiancée showing me a photo of the ring next to a photo of my grandmother wearing it in 1970, side by side, captioned 55 years apart. So I told her. I asked her to sit down, I told her exactly what I saw and exactly what he asked me, and I told her she could get it appraised herself in 20 minutes at any shop in town. She did. That afternoon. The appraiser did not even need a loupe. The wedding is off. My brother is not speaking to me. My mother says I detonated my brother's life over a piece of jewelry and that it was not my secret to tell. My father has not said anything at all, which is somehow worse. Here is the part one keep turning over. It was never about the diamond. He lied to her about money, he lied to her about who he was, and he let her build an entire identity around a story he knew was false. But I also know I could have stayed quiet and let 2 adults sort out their own marriage. So. Am I the jerk?